What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to Chill with Pete, which is another series that you put on when you want a coffee break. Because I'm having a coffee break. I'm in the middle of mine, actually, so it probably won't be as long today. Who knows? I certainly don't. So no, it's a great day. And so what I decided was I'll do Chill with Pete. I'll do coffee break, little segments where I might talk about a couple of things, going on in the world, maybe some hobby stuff, and then on with whatever we're doing. So yeah, so it's a lovely day here. As I said, the sun is shining. I've just spoken to my mum. She's doing well. She's seeing her sister, my auntie, as we speak. So they're there for the day, and they've got a lot of catching up to do. So that's all good there. Hobby wise, well, I've decided I want to delve more into the solo RPG stuff because I find it absolutely fascinating. And I'm going to see if there's a way I can integrate the Lord of the Rings role-playing game, or the stuff I've had for years for Lord of the Rings. See if I can integrate that into game. Because I've got stuff for fantasy, yeah, and I've got stuff for sci-fi. I don't have much. I have a little bit for stuff for like Call of Cthulhu, things like that. But fantasy, I suppose, is the most sort of material I've got, like stuff that I would need, random tables, so on and so forth. But the conventional D&D stuff, yeah, I love Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a nostalgia trip, really. Modern day D&D doesn't have as much character, I feel, as it did in the olden days. That's just my own perspective, of course. But I thought, what about Lord of the Rings? Because that was really, atmospheric, and it was just a whole different level altogether. So I thought, I woke up this morning thinking, I wonder if I could integrate that into solo RPG. So I might get around to looking at that, plus a few more RPG tools that we can all use, hopefully. What's happening in the news? I saw Surian Botham has been granted lordship by the Prime Minister. So welcome, Surian. Welcome to the club. Of course, I'm myself. I could never reach the accolade that you've got, Ian. Probably because I'm not very good at cricket. I've never been very good at cricket. Even at school, when I was young and able, I wasn't that good at it. I just wasn't. I don't know why. I wasn't very good at bowling. I was all right at batting. I suppose I was best at fielding, but I just didn't enjoy that. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So he's been granted the lordship. So he's now Sir Lord Ian Botham. So, what else? Oh, I see that chappie that raised all the money during the pandemic. That soldier guy, he got knighted. Well done for him. That's good. Good on him. Anything else? Oh, not really. I've got my Flames of War still set up on my table here because I've still got Germans to paint. I'm painting some Germans, and I've got more Germans to paint. Base. Yeah, it's that's a nightmare at the moment. I'm waiting for some static grass to come in so I can finish basing my Americans. I keep looking off to my left because that's where they are, and that's going to be that. I've got my purple worms here. I'm stuck on that one at the moment because I'm toying with the idea of turning it into a diorama. Every time I look at it, it just screams out. It should be a diorama. It screams diorama to me. So I'm wondering. I am wondering if that's the case. Round cake base would probably be, yeah. But anyway, we'll see. I've got one of those actually over there in the drawers. I've got a couple. I think I've got a square one and a round one. I think I've got a square one and a round one. I've definitely got a round one. I know that. Anyway, we'll see. So how's your day, folks, going? How's your day going? Mine's going alright because it's a lovely day. Like I said, I always feel more energised on a lovely day. Well, yesterday was an alright day. Not as sunny as today, but I was very, very, very tired all day yesterday. No energy at all whatsoever. So that wasn't quite so good, but today I'm feeling more with it. So I thought, yesterday would probably have been the day to do Chill with Pete because that's what I used to do. But I'm changing it up now. I've decided if I'm not well enough to do gaming or painting or anything else, I'm not even going to make videos. I'm not going to do anything. When I'm not well, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to rest. I might just sit and think. Think about what I'm going to be doing when I am well. I think that's a fair one, don't you? Yeah, I think so. So I was excited because you've seen the second to last P&Q now, and that's up, I know, and it's had a few comments. If we could get some more comments on that, because it's for the last ever episode next month, which I want to be a good one. I'd like to go with a bang, as they say, and yeah, that'd be great. I'm thinking of incorporating any questions. I'll still do questions and answers, but obviously not in a dedicated series. I might move them onto my on the bench series. I did try something similar once before, years ago. I got a bit confused with it, but I think I might know how I might do it this time. So the questions left on the last P&Q or comments, I would then put onto my next uploadable. The only problem with that is, I was going to say, my next uploadable on the bench, doing them every week. The only problem with that is that I've got a few in advance, so it wouldn't work, would it really? Let's just think about it. See, if I asked for questions, yeah, I'd have to do it on the week that it's released. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. So I don't know. I might do that though. It might be fun, kind of fun to do. That's presuming I still get Wednesdays off, of course. I hope I do, because Wednesday's a nice day off to have, I think, midweek. Thing with having your days off in the middle of the week, it makes the weeks go so quick, I find. For me personally, because just the calendar seems to fly by. Right, yeah, so what else? What am I going to do today? Well, I'm torn between painting and role playing. Sort of looking through my Lord of the Rings stuff. I've got a couple of Lord of the Rings box sets back. One that goes back to when I was at school. I had it when I was at school, and I was able to retrieve another copy of it via the wonderful eBay. That was a few years ago now, but it brought back such vivid memories of the Lord of the Rings, because as memory serves, I'd not long read Lord of the Rings when I got into that. On that particular time, because I'd read Lord of the Rings way before that. I've read it many times, but I'd not long read it on that particular occasion. D&D was new. I saw this whole Lord of the Rings stuff coming out for role-playing. I was like, oh, this is insane. Sorry if I'm sliding down in my chair. This tends to happen sometimes. I thought, I've got to get that, I can remember just reading through it as a kid going, seems pretty complicated though. I don't know if anyone, I never found anyone, I don't recall finding anyone as a child to play the Lord of the Rings game with, because they were all into D&D, you see. That was kind of like the mainstream game, as it were, for RPG. I mean, the whole concept of boardless games blew my mind when it first came up. I was like, I don't understand. What do you mean? No board? How can you play a game with no board? How can this be? How can this be possible? And yeah, so that had already blown my mind. I'd reeled from that, and but this was a little sometime after, and other games just started to creep in. There was also a Judge Dredd game I was fascinated by. I loved the whole setting for Judge Dredd in 2000 AD and all that. And there was a boxed RPG game set for that, which I got when I was a child, and I think we did play that as kids, sort of towards the end of my school years. I'm sure we played that. Yeah, but Lord of the Rings was not one of them. But I'm wondering if I could, because I've got a few Lord of the Rings figures to paint still. I've got, well, Sam's still on my bench somewhere. Samwise Gamgee. If I could recreate certain scenes and match it up with the role playing books, then I think I could get a very atmospheric game going. Not sure how the Mythic system would work with that, being that it's so random. See, Mythic is brilliant, absolutely phenomenal for random games, because you just have no clue where it's going. But I don't see that it'd be as good with a more linear type game. That's the trouble. We can but try. Well, perhaps we could do like a sandbox type game, but in the Middle Earth setting. I'm going to try all these things out, and then I'll make videos, once I've had a go, and see how that goes. So, yeah. Ooh, coffee, lovely. Coffee's gone. Coffee break's over, guys. Let's get back to work or whatever we're doing. And, have a great rest of your day. Remember, brush your teeth. Bye for now. Bye-bye.